Good evening. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Village Board of Bolingbrook for October 10th, 2023. Where did Tita, if you wouldn't mind coming up and helping us with the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, come on.
He's throwing Romy out.
Come on. You'll be fine. Tita Balsita, please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Deputy Mayor, Trustee Zarate?
Here.
Trustee Quintero?
Here.
Trustee Kelly?
Here.
Trustee Lawler?
Here.
Trustee Doris is not here. Trustee Carpenzano?
Here.
Mayor Basta is out of town today, so as is been previously arranged, I'm standing in her stead to run the meeting for tonight. Our next on the agenda is the approval of minutes for the regular meeting of September 26, 2023. I have a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Carpenzano, second trustee Zarate. Does anyone have any changes to the minutes as they were presented? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote, please. Or actually, all in favor, please indicate by voting aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next is the approval of agenda. Our village attorney, Zarzur, please let us know if there are any changes to the agenda for tonight. Okay. So we do have one additional item under reports of officers, Section E, 1B, presentations, Operation Christmas Event, Lee Bush Jr. So that's the only change, no other changes? Okay.
That is the only change.
All right, may I have a motion to approve the amended agenda?
So moved. Second.
All right, motion trustee Zarate, second trustee Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No, and motion carries. Next is approval of appointments for boards and commissions. We have none, so that will not be necessary. Next is reports of officers, proclamations. Our first proclamation is Fire Prevention Week, October 8th through October 14th. And I believe accepting the proclamation is our Fire Marshal, Brian Gaston. And thankfully you're here. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So this is for Fire Prevention Week. You're quite welcome. October 8th through October 14th, 2023. Whereas the Village of Bolingbrook is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting our village. And whereas cooking is the leading cause of home fires in the United States, and fire departments responded to more than 166,400 calls annually between 2016 and 2020. And whereas 2 of every 5 home fires start in the kitchen, with 31% of these fires resulting from unattended cooking, and whereas more than half of reported non-fatal home cooking fire injuries occurred when the victims tried to fight the fire themselves, and whereas children under the age of 5 face a higher risk of non-fire burns associated with cooking than being burned in a cooking fire, and whereas the Village of Bolingbrook residents should turn pot handles toward the back of the stove, always keep a lid nearby when cooking, Keep a 3-foot kid-free zone around the stove, oven, and other things that could get hot. Watch what they heat and set a timer to remind them that they are cooking. And whereas the Village of Bolingbrook residents are responsive to public education measures and are able to take personal steps to increase their safety from fire, especially in their homes. And whereas the 2023 Fire Prevention Week theme, Cooking Safety Starts With You, pay attention to fire prevention, effectively serves to remind us to stay alert and use caution when cooking to reduce the risk of kitchen fires. Now therefore, I, Michael Lawler, Deputy Mayor for the Village of Bolingbrook and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Bolingbrook, Will and DuPage Counties, Illinois, do hereby proclaim October 8th to October 14th, 2023 as Fire Prevention Week throughout this village, and I urge all people of Bolingbrook to check their kitchens for fire hazards and use of safe cooking practices during the Fire Prevention Week 2023 and an ongoing basis, and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of Bolingbrook's fire and emergency services. And present it to our Fire Marshal, Brian Gaston.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you much.
And we'll get a picture here, and then I think you may have a few comments there.
Sure, I think.
1, 2, 3. One, two, three.
Thank you.
We've got something coming up this week, right?
Yes, I'd just like to remind everybody, we have our open house this Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. Everyone's welcome. You can meet your local firefighters, find out what we do, enjoy some refreshments. There's going to be some coffee, juices for the kids. There's plenty of activities, and you're going to learn again about some fire prevention. I have a burn room so you can see the importance of sprinklers, how they actually work. Be a fun-filled day. Hopefully the weather holds for us.
Where is it at again?
It is at our Fire Station 4 at 1111 West Fountain.
That's across from a number of retail stores, Target, Jewel, Kohl's, across from there. We used to be in all 5 firehouses, and I like the idea of consolidating it to one so people know where they can go.
It's a little more accessible for everybody.
And that is a very accessible location, and it's a wonderful day. Fun day to come out and bring the family, and you'll not only get to meet great people, but you'll get to learn a lot about fire prevention.
Please do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thanks.
Our next proclamation is Filipino American History Month, and if I could have Romy Balsita and whoever else is joining him, friends in the community, you can join us up here, please. Come on up. Well, there's a gentleman I know walking up over there. Now, Bolingbrook enjoys being one of the most diverse communities in the state of Illinois, if not in the country. And one of the many things that we celebrate are significant historical events. And this group and many others along with them put on a great festival to celebrate Filipino independence in June behind Village Hall. And I always remember this is a month that needs to be acknowledged for the historical aspect of it. So at this point, I'll hold on to this for you. If you could provide your name, please.
I'm Florence Palmyra.
Okay.
Tita Balsita.
Okay.
Merly Salazar.
Romy Balsita, Filipino Friendship.
Ruben Salazar.
Thank you very much for being here. And the Filipino Friendship Society has been active in Bolingbrook since I moved in. So this is back in the 80s, and enjoyed many events with the folks, celebrating a lot of different wonderful things. So thank you all for your efforts over the decades in Bolingbrook and in the region. All right, this is a proclamation to acknowledge Filipino American History Month, October 2023. Whereas in 2009, the United States Congress proclaimed the month of October as Filipino American History Month, And in 2011, in recognition of the contributions Filipino Americans have made to the state of Illinois, the governor issued a proclamation declaring October as Filipino American History Month in Illinois. And whereas the earliest documented Filipino presence in the continental United States was on October 18th, 1587, in Morro Bay, California, via the Spanish galleon ship Nuestra Senora de Esperanza, and whereas Filipino Americans are now the second most populous Asian group in the United States, and whereas Filipino Americans are well known for serving in all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces as early as the War of 1812, in the U.S. Civil War, in World Wars I and II, and in all subsequent U.S. wars up to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And whereas Bolingbrook's vibrant Filipino-American community has strengthened the cultural fabric and demographic landscape of our village, and in 2008, the village of Bolingbrook proudly entered into a relationship with San Pablo City in the Philippines as its sister city. And whereas the celebration of the Filipino-American History Month in October provides an opportunity to celebrate the heritage and culture of Filipino Americans and their immense contributions to business and technology, science and medicine, and education and arts, to the growth, prosperity, and overall development of our village and country. Now, therefore, I, Michael Lawler, Deputy Mayor of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Bolingbrook, will in DuPage Counties, Illinois, do hereby proclaim October 2023 as Filipino-American History Month in Bolingbrook, and celebrate and promote the history, culture, and contributions of Filipino Americans have made to our village and to our nation, and urge all residents to join in celebrating Filipino Americans who call Bolingbrook home. In accepting Romy Balsita. We can have both of you, come on.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're quite welcome. We'll get a couple of pictures here.
I'm not the one.
Good idea. Back row.
I go. All right. 1, 2, 3. More. 1, 2, 3. Go. Thanks.
All right, now we'll have a few comments.
You're the one.
I think you are just a little more outgoing. Well, his personality is amazing.
Well, thank you very much for proclaiming again this year Filipino American History Month. I take this opportunity to invite all of you to another event celebrating Filipino American History Month at the Fountaindale Public Library, Bolingbrook, on October 22nd at 2 p.m., where we will be celebrating Filipino American History Month, and especially the contributions of the Filipino nurses. So we are going to show a film screening of a documentary called Nurse Unseen, and it's all about the services that the Filipino American nurses have done to the community, especially during the COVID years. There's so many nurses that are working in Bolingbrook in particular, and we would like to honor them. Some of them have passed away during the COVID days. And I also wanted to mention that the Philippine Nurses Association of Illinois is also present here to Florence, and they've been around for over 60 years. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you on the 22nd of October. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who's your speechwriter?
Mayor Mary.
Oh, okay,
is not here.
all right, very good.
Speaking for Mayor Mary.
Okay. Next is a proclamation for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and this is being accepted by our Information Technology Chief Information Officer. and a special guest, new to the village. So if you could introduce.
So I'm a man of many words, so that's why I wrote them down so I could have.
Well, we'll introduce
Least
him
amount of
first, and then I'll
words.
read the proclamation.
I had an introduction for him also.
Oh,
This is, I
hold on,
just don't give.
This is only 2 pages.
So, thank you. But first, before I talk about Cybersecurity Awareness Month and before Mike talks about this proclamation, I would like to introduce you all to the Village of Bolingbrook's new Information Technology Manager, Philip Chow. So please give him a round of applause. I'm so happy that he's here. Philip is going to be an amazing asset for the village. He has over 10 plus years experience in technology field and comes from the hospitality space, which he knows about bringing that Disney experience to everyone he comes in contact with. So Philip, I'm really happy to have you here, and I'm introducing you to the Deputy Mayor and the trustees for the first time, so.
Everybody say hi. Come on.
Don't be afraid, don't be shy.
All right, thank you for being here. And we are, as I mentioned before we started, we're very excited to have you as part of the team and look forward to ongoing success, because we have already had success, but we're going to have even more
Oh,
success.
yes, oh, yes.
All right, the proclamation for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, October 2023. Whereas the Village of Bolingbrook recognizes the vital role that technology plays in the daily lives of our residents, businesses, and institutions. And whereas the increasing reliance on technology and the internet, especially during these times of rapid digital transformation, brings about new challenges and threats to our digital infrastructure and personal information. And whereas cybersecurity threats can have significant implications for our individual and collective privacy, financial health, and community well-being. And whereas Cybersecurity Awareness Month, observed every October, is a collaborative effort between government and industry to raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity and to ensure that all Americans have the resources they need to be safer and more secure online. And whereas the Village of Bolingbrook is committed to educating our community about the importance of cybersecurity and promoting safe online practices to protect our city's infrastructure, businesses, and residents from cyber threats. And whereas it is essential for individuals, businesses, and institutions in the Village of Bolingbrook to be proactive in understanding the importance of cybersecurity, to recognize potential threats, and to take appropriate steps to ensure their digital safety. And whereas the Village of Bolingbrook encourages all residents, businesses, and institutions to observe Cybersecurity Awareness Month by becoming aware of their digital footprint, by implementing stronger security practices, and by actively ensuring their digital devices are protected from threats. Now, therefore, I, Michael Lawler, Deputy Mayor of the Village of Bolingbrook, do hereby proclaim October as Cybersecurity Awareness Month in the Village of Bolingbrook and encourage all residents, businesses, and institutions to participate in the various activities and initiatives that promote cybersecurity awareness. And we'll present the proclamation. There you are.
Thank you,
very
Mike,
much.
thank you very much.
Slide this aside so we can-
All right, 1, 2, 3, one more. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Thank you very
Mike.
much. A few words, if you don't mind.
Always. Sometimes you're afraid to give me the mic, but,
I
kept
trust
it
you.
short.
I trust you.
all right. So, it is with great honor and enthusiasm that I stand before you today to accept this proclamation in recognition of Cybersecurity Awareness Month on behalf of the Village of Bolingbrook. This month is not just an opportunity to celebrate our commitment to safeguarding our digital landscape, but also a chance to raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity in our increasingly interconnected world. In today's digital age, our lives are more intertwined with technology than ever before. From the way we communicate, work, shop, and even receive medical care, the digital realm has become an integral part of our daily existence. While these advancements have brought numerous benefits, they have also exposed us to new challenges and vulnerabilities. Cybersecurity Awareness Month serves as a reminder that we must be proactive in protecting our digital assets, personal information, and critical infrastructure. It reminds us that cyber threats can affect anyone, regardless of age, profession, or background. It is a shared responsibility that requires the collaboration of individuals, businesses, government agencies, and communities. By celebrating Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we not only commit to protecting our village from cyber threats, but also demonstrate our dedication to creating a safer, more secure digital environment for all residents. Let us work together to ensure that our village remains resilient against the ever-evolving cyber challenges that we face. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our mayor, deputy mayor, the trustees and administrators, along with our staff, for their tireless efforts in raising awareness and advocating for cybersecurity in our community. Together, we can build a stronger, safer digital future. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
If you haven't been a victim of cyber attack, either personally or at work, it's very likely that you have not had that opportunity yet. The threat is real. Don't click on any email, any links in email from people you don't know. Check the email address from the emailer. There's a number of other tips that will help keep you safe from identity theft and also a whole lot worse. So thank you for your diligence and keeping people aware. At this time, I would like to ask Lee Bush Jr. to come forward and share with us some information about an upcoming event for Operation Christmas and maybe some activities.
How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been a long time.
It has. It has. My name is Lee Bush Jr. I'm the Executive Director of Operation Christmas here in town. We are excited to be celebrating our 50th year here in town, helping families in need during the Christmas season. We typically do that with thanks to our community, our village, with donations that are given that we're able to help these families out. We have begun registration already back here on October 1st for families to sign up for this year's, for our 50th. You can visit our Facebook page to get registered if you're a family in need, or visit Community Service Council, which we're under their 501c3 nonprofit organization. Their website, and that's thecsc.org/Operation Christmas, and you'll see the link there to get your family registered for this year.
So speaking of cybersecurity,
Yes.
we talked about this before, but your organization goes to great lengths to protect people's anonymity
Yes.
and their information.
We have made a very conscious effort. One of our great volunteers, Ron Stork, who comes from the banking industry, has done an amazing job of being able to protect all of this information. Only 2 people have access to it. I'm not going to say which 2 that might be.
Ron and somebody else.
Somebody else. But we try to keep that under wraps. Nobody likes reaching out for help. I come from a family of that. I've been involved with this program. We're celebrating 50 years. I've been part of this program for 38 years. I was one of those children that was able to be helped through this program. And my dad always taught us that if you're going to take, you need to learn how to give back and help others. So we have done an amazing job of growing this organization and this program to be able to help our community. I mean, last year alone, we helped 450 families throughout the Bolingbrook and Romeoville community. 1,441 children were assisted during that, where families might not have had a Christmas had it not been for Operation Christmas. So we try to give these families, like I said, a box of food to help them. We've got a great donor here in town that is big on giving back within our community, that donates 500 gift cards that we're able to give out for these families to go purchase meat for their family for their Christmas meal. So along with getting 2 new gifts and stocking stuffers for Christmas days for these children. So this organization has been built truly on community helping community. It's something that I push for, that I stress within our community, and I can't thank our village enough. We've been fortunate enough for the last 23 years now that we have had a home on the Roger C. Clare Performing Arts stage. The staff there works very well with us. Dave Tomsky has done a great job in giving us a home through this organization and through this program that we're able to help out. We have great partnerships around town with Bolingbrook, our Bolingbrook Fire Department, our police department, where we have a big shopping day with our kids from the National Honor Society, where they go and do a big toy drive. It's an amazing organization. I don't know if I made this clear, but every dollar that's donated goes back to the program. Not one person is paid for doing this job. We love giving back. It's a group of people that is built on helping others. And I've surrounded myself with a great team that is truly blessed at giving back and helping others. So we've got some great events going.
There's an event coming up
There's
that
an
helps
event
with this.
coming up, is our big fundraiser. This is our 8th annual fundraiser that's held here in Bolingbrook at Tailgaters. It's an amazing time. To this year, we're about celebrating 50 years of giving back. We hope to have a lot of older pictures of where we used to float around.
They won't be digital, I don't think.
Probably not,
Yeah.
unless we can find some time to scan those
Digitize
in,
them, yeah.
digitize those. But that is a great event. We're going to be having a live auction this year. We've got baskets. We've got 50-50 raffles. That is all going to help these families throughout our Plainfield School District that's here in town, our Valley View School District, to help these families. We do help a couple of other organizations outside of town. We help a women's shelter out of Aurora that's with domestic violence. We're to make sure that those families aren't impacted by that. So, and a couple of places down in Joliet that we help out also. So we've got our big fundraiser coming up on November 4th. November 25th, Saturday after Black Friday, is our other big annual toy drive. We started this at the beginning of COVID because we weren't coming in contact with anybody. So it was a drop off a toy to help another child.
So where do they drive to?
We're going to be right here at the Roger C. Clare Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
This year we've got a bigger surprise, is we've got Santa Dewey, who is a longtime Bolingbrook resident who truly believes in giving back to our community. He is going to be here. We're going to have pictures with Santa, professional photos, thanks to creative photography by Paul that's donating their time. Paul Herliska believes in this program, you know, and focusing on giving back within the community, and that has always been our big thing for our community. So we are going to have drop boxes around town that if you want to get involved, visit our Facebook page. We'll have different drop boxes where if you feel like dropping a toy off to help our community, our kids, our families that are in need, you can do that. So
If one wants to volunteer to help out
If
this
one
cause,
wants to
how do
volunteer,
they find you?
you can find us and
Without giving out your phone number.
Without giving out my phone number, you could visit the csc.org Operation Christmas. There is a link there that will have volunteer opportunities. Our Facebook page is our biggest thing. It's Operation Christmas BB. Got a bright blue angel, says celebrating 50 on it. So that's.
Is there
a way
an
of getting
email
involved.
address, or-
There is. OperationChristmasBB@gmail.com is our other form. You can also reach us on our telephone number, which is 630-226-8599. Leave a message, because we're not on the stage yet, and then we'll get back to you in a timely manner. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here and for all that everyone does in your organization to help those in need.
thank you, Ms.
All right. One thing I do want to mention, as it is an opportunity Is there anyone here who wishes to speak to any item on the agenda for tonight's meeting? This is an opportunity to do so before we start the legislative section of our meeting. Okay, I don't see anyone. I do know someone who wants to speak later. Madam Clerk, was there anyone who reached out to you with any public comments?
No, Deputy Mayor, we received none in advance.
Okay, thank you. With that, we'll move on to bill approval. Bill listing A, $1,774,299.20. Bill listing B is $1,288,951.42, for a total of $3,063,250.62. Is there any questions regarding the bill approval? If not, entertain a motion to approve the expenditures.
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Kelly, second trustee Quintero. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, Deputy Mayor. Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Quintero?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Kelly?
Yes.
Trustee Carpenzano?
Yes.
All right, next we have motions, and the first motion is to accept the annual audit conducted by Forvis LLP for fiscal year 2021 through 2022, ending April 30th, 2022. This is a motion to accept the audit, and in some of the notes here, just some statistics that are available. Total assets of the village are $638,548,531. The village's general corporate fund balance was $121,497,899. The general corporate fund balance includes money that's reserved for a rainy day fund, future capital projects, future debt payments, and future obligations. So the money is set aside to deal with upcoming expenditures, known and perhaps unknown. The Finance Committee has reviewed and recommends acceptance. Any questions on this item? If none, to entertain a motion to accept the annual audit.
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Zarate, second trustee Carpenzano. Madam Clerk, a roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor. Trustee Quintero?
Yes.
Trustee Kelly?
Yes.
Trustee Carpenzano?
Yes.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
And that's it.
Next are resolutions, and the first resolution is 23R-090, approving a proposal from Premistar for rooftop HVAC unit replacement at treatment plant number 1. A little background on this replacement: the current unit is 37 years old, and as you might expect with equipment, efficiency has declined. 3 vendors were solicited for quotes. Premistar was the lowest quote. The total cost on this item is $22,484, and that is $9,016 under the budgeted amount. This was reviewed and approved by the Public Services Committee. Any questions on this? All right. May I have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Quintero, second trustee Kelly. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor. Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Carpenzano?
Yes.
Trustee Kelly?
Yes.
Trustee Quintero?
Yes.
All right, next is resolution 23R-091, kind of a similar activity here, requesting approval from a proposal from AAA Comfort Heating and Air for HVAC unit and furnace replacement at Clow International Airport. This unit is over 23 years old, and the efficiency has declined. This unit is supporting the main building, including the office, the flight school, and Charlie's Restaurant. The cost on this is $38,618. Again, several requests for bids were sent out, and this is the vendor that is being recommended. This has been reviewed and approved by the Public Services Committee as well. Any questions or comments? Okay. I'll ask for a motion to approve the proposal from AAA Comfort Heating and Air.
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Carpenzano, second trustee Kelly. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor, trustee Quintero,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Zarate,
Yes.
trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Lawler.
Yes. Next is resolution, motion carries. Resolution 23R-092, approving purchase of Clarifloc C6267 and Clarifloc C86 from Paladine Inc. as a sole vendor. This is approving purchase of chemicals used at our sewage treatment plants to help separate water from solids during the thickening and pressing operations. It is provided in 450-pound drums at $1.65 per pound. The total cost is $55,000 for 2023 and 2024 fiscal year with an open purchase order. This company is the sole vendor of these products. This was also reviewed and approved by the Public Services Committee. Any questions or comments on this? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve the purchase of the chemical products.
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Carpenzano, second trustee Quintero. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor, trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Zarate,
Yes.
trustee Lawler,
Yes.
trustee Quintero.
Yes.
Next is Resolution 23R-093, which is approving a final balancing change order for the 2023-2024 motor fuel tax sidewalk program for Globe Construction. Throughout the year, or at the budget time and in the planning time before the season starts, there are a number of locations identified for sidewalk replacement. And throughout the season, other requests may come in or conditions may change that require some additional work to be done. So this is the approval of the cost of the additional work on the sidewalk project. It is part of the 2023-2024 motor fuel tax sidewalk program. The total amount is $24,323.50, and this was reviewed and approved by the Public Services Committee. Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the final balancing change order for Globe Construction.
So moved.
Second?
Motion trustee Carpenzano, second trustee Zarate.
Trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Lawler,
Yes.
trustee Quintero,
Yes.
trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Last resolution is Resolution 23R-094, which is approving a change order for an agreement with Forbes LLP for the village's annual fiscal year ending April 30th, 2022 audit. This is to approve increased cost of the audit due to the scope of work being expanded to implement new standards as shown in the ordinance attachment. The additional cost is $67,650. This was reviewed and approved by the Finance Committee. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I have a motion to approve the change order with Forbes LLP.
So moved.
Motion trustee
Second.
Quintero, second trustee Zarate. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor, trustee Quintero,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Lawler,
Yes.
trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes the resolutions. Now on to ordinances. The first ordinance is 23-033, amending Chapter 4 Administrative Procedure of the Bolingbrook Village Code. This was a rewrite of Chapter 4. Changes are clearly identified by striking out any old language and highlighting new language. This has been reviewed by all relevant personnel and officials. Any questions on this ordinance? I'll entertain a motion to approve the amendment of Chapter 4 Administrative Procedure.
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Kelly, second trustee Carpenzano. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor, trustee Quintero,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Zarate,
Yes.
trustee Lawler.
Yes, motion carries. The second and last ordinance is ordinance 23-034, amending Chapter 8, Animals of the Bolingbrook Village Code. This is also a rewrite of Chapter 8. As mentioned on the previous chapter, changes are clearly identified by striking out any old language and highlighting new language. This as well has been approved, reviewed, and by all relevant personnel and officials. Any questions on this? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve amendment of Chapter 8 of the Bolingbrook Village Code.
So moved.
Motion trustee Quintero, second trustee Zarate. Roll call vote, please.
Yes, Deputy Mayor, trustee Quintero,
Yes.
trustee Lawler,
Yes.
trustee Kelly,
Yes.
trustee Carpenzano,
Yes.
trustee Zarate.
Yes.
All right, that concludes the legislative portion of this meeting. We do have a gentleman who wishes to speak to the board at this time, and public comments about topics not on this agenda, please come forward. And if you wouldn't mind, state your name. We've got your address. The clerk has your address in the records.
Need a microphone?
Whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Drake Cody. I'm a senior at Bennett Academy, and I'd like to start off by thanking you all for the opportunity to speak this evening. I'm here tonight to help raise awareness about an issue that is important to me, that being equal pay for workers with disabilities. What if I told you that it's perfectly legal for a business to pay workers with disabilities sub-minimum wage? I'd like to introduce to you a law that was a part of the New Deal from 84 years ago that still exists today in the majority of our country. Known as 14C, this law allows for companies to pay workers with disabilities sub-minimum wage, in some cases as little as $2 an hour, and it's completely legal. 14C was originally designed to support people with disabilities in the workforce, but it has since become a mechanism to suppress their growth while providing cheap labor for businesses. Additionally, 14C is fraught with abuse. In fact, the Department of Labor handed out the largest fine to an establishment with a 14C certificate to a group right here in Illinois. In October of 2022, the Department of Labor reported that Illinois ranks second in the nation in the number of 14C certificates issued or currently pending. At our state level in 2021, Governor Pritzker signed a bill that eliminated all state contractors from using 14C, and a few representatives here in Illinois are also drafting legislation to eliminate 14C altogether. My goal here tonight is to help raise awareness of this issue at the local level and encourage this body to research it more and determine if it's appropriate for businesses in this town to be afforded this opportunity. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, but if not, thank you again for your time.
Thank you for bringing this very important topic to our attention. And we have several advocates within the village of Bolingbrook who work statewide and nationwide for that community, and look forward to getting this changed and rectified. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Next, we have trustee comments and reports. Trustee Zarate, you get to start.
Thank you, Mayor. Deputy Mayor, we have 25 years of shining the light, Citizens Against Abuse, 25th annual rally in March against abuse. Topic, shining the light on domestic abuse. Stop abuse, it starts with us. Save the date, October 12th at 5:30 to 8 at the Joseph and Sarah Levy Center. 25 años de brillando la luz contra los abusos 25 reunión anual y marcha contra el abuse. Tema, brillando la luz en contra el abuso emocional. La fecha es el 12 de octubre a las 5:30 hasta las 8, y va a estar, tienes que ir al Joseph y Sarah Levy Center. Por favor, es muy importante a ir a este evento. Hay tanta gente que está pasando por malos tiempos que están pasando. Hay tanto abuso en las casas. A veces los padres vienen o las madres o los tíos, tías, abuelitos. Hay tanta abuso en la casa, y los pobres muchachos que van, niños que ven todo esto, le afecta como producen en la escuela. So, por favor, ven, marcha con nosotros y ojalá que puedes ver tanta gente que te va a apoyar. Vamos a tener gente ahí que puede hablar con usted en privado. Si no, agarra su teléfono y puede hablar con alguien que te puede ayudar a tu familia. I want to wish that I hope that everybody could come to this event. It's wonderful. It's awareness of the abuse that goes on, unfortunately, in homes. Families go through a lot, and the kids or the wife, the husband, they get caught in this madness of, people losing jobs, things like that. So we hope that you could come out and support the march, and there will be information given to you in English and in Spanish. There'll be people there that, if you want to do it confidentially, they'll take their number, and then you could talk to them about your situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Zarate. One note about this past weekend, if you didn't get a chance to come on out to the Compass Church, the Bolingbrook Police Department, as well as Compass Church right here in Bolingbrook on Briarcliff, hosted Faith in Blue, a national initiative, but our department, I think, took it to the next level. They not only had activities just for families to engage with the police officers, drone demonstrations, of course, Canine Scout was out there, but truly some really, I think, neat opportunities to not only hear from Chief Rampa, but all the officers just looking to build trust with community, keep communication lines open. I think it was a really neat event. One, I think it shows exactly what our department has been working on doing and sort of the vision of law enforcement in today's world. I think we are an exact model of what that should look like. So the Bolingbrook Police News put a little recap if you want to check your email and see what was it about, but kudos to all involved, including Pastor Mark Lennox at the Compass Church for hosting a fantastic event for our department. 2 events happening on October 22nd. Free Dental and Vision Clinic. This is being hosted at Bolingbrook High School in partnership with the Seventh-day Adventist Church and Advent Health Bolingbrook. A completely free dental and vision clinic, which will include things beyond that, including vaccinations, nutritional education, health screenings, flu shots, etc. It'll be at Bolingbrook High School on the 22nd of October from 9 until 5. All are welcome, and there's no pre-registration needed. So you can just walk in to the family-free dental and vision clinic. And then also on that same day, switching topics just a bit, the Costume Pet Parade at the Promenade Bolingbrook, Sunday, October 22nd at 1 p.m. And you can get your pet registered at shoppingpromenade.com and click under events. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Carpezano. Another fun event coming up on Saturday, October 21st is at Clow Airport, their haunted hangar. It's family fun at the Illinois Aviation Museum. $3 per person and 5 and under is free. So go check out the haunted hangar. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Kelly. First, I had a great time at the 5K Cheesy Pretzel Race presented by H2O. It was very well attended. We had a few participants from staff, including Ken, James, Andres, and Joy. And I think they all motivated me enough that I think I'll participate in it next year. Maybe.
We have that on tape. It's recorded.
I said maybe. Secondly, the Halloween Walk. The Village of Bolingbrook presents the 2023 Halloween Walk. Residents, non-for-profits, organizations, businesses, and other groups set up spooktacular displays along the path behind Town Center. Take a stroll among the witches, ghosts, and scarecrows. The walk will be open to the public Friday, October 14th through Tuesday, October 31st. It will be located at 375 West Briarcliff Road. The walk allows for safe family fun taking place outdoor. That's all.
Trustee Quintero, you could next year, and I'll invite you, and walk with you. You could do the 1 mile.
Oh, that's right, I did fail to mention that you did do the fun walk, yes.
We did that with Mayor Emeritus
Along with Mayor
Roger
Emeritus,
Clare.
yes.
We survived. Thankfully, paramedics were nearby.
Thank you for that option, maybe that's the safer option that I'll take for next year.
Yes, and I do have back issues, so I won't be able to carry you, so. One other event, we got a lot of great events. Look on the community calendar on the Bolingbrook website. Organizations put, information on there. You can click on to get more information on the title of the event. But before I get into one other event on October 21st, we've got something that was scheduled for this Friday, the 13th, and Administrator Teppel is going to give us an update on that.
So Friday, October 13th, in a few days here, we had Harvest on the Hill scheduled, a large event where one of the bands that was originally scheduled for our Wednesday night concert, due to a rainout weather event, we rescheduled them for this event. They were going to do a Halloween set. We had many other events scheduled for the youth in the community, plus it was the grand opening evening of the Halloween walk around Town Center. Well, unfortunately, we're going to get about 5 days of rain now, and it looks like Friday will be a 70 to 90% chance of rain. And last year we ran into the same problem with the rain out, and it's very uncomfortable for everyone involved. So by the end of the day tomorrow, by 5 o'clock, we'll have an announcement up on all of our socials and also our switchboard. Whether or not the event is going to take place, we're pretty sure that it's going to be rescheduled. We're working with the band. Trustee Lawler, Deputy Mayor, do you remember their name?
Don't Matter to Me is the name of the band.
It should matter to you. You don't know the name?
That's the name. Don't
What's the
Matter
name?
to Me. Don't Matter to Me is the name of the band.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we're still talking with them, and we're hoping to do it on Wednesday the 18th if we can get schedules coordinated. But stay tuned, and unfortunately, at least it's rain and not snow this time of the year.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the band, just to find out, just to ask them how they came up with. But I think they're younger generation, so things don't matter to them just yet, except for their music.
Period.
That's my guess, but we'll see how that goes. Among all the other things, on October 21st, Campfire is hosting a huge event at Camp Cottacani, which is Boughton and Schmidt north of there. And from 1 to 4, they've got activities, archery, orienteering, crafts, all kinds of activities, and it's free. So another great family event from 1 to 4 on October 21st. I got some details here, but wanted to share that with you. Again, look on the community calendar on the website, and you can see, set your personal calendars for upcoming events. With that, I think we don't have an executive session, so that concludes the business of the board meeting tonight. May I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Carpenzano, second trustee Quintero. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned.